Greetings, people of the internet. I watched the new Pixar movie Turning Red. Yeah, you probably didn't know they released it. It's because it's on Disney Plus, at a time when people aren't reluctantly staying home anymore. Great job, Disney. Anyway, Turning Red is great. It has all the energy and stylized fun that I could hope for in a modern Pixar movie. This is honestly the perfect film Pixar could make for their 25th feature film, because it shows how far the studio has evolved since the original Toy Story back in 1995. Like back then, they had a real hard time being able to animate humans, so that's why most of the characters in the movie were toys. But now they're able to give all these human characters these quirky expressions and everything, and give them their own unique design and look. It's a beauty to behold. It's probably no surprise at this point, but one of my favorite aspects of this movie is the animation style. I really have to commemorate the team working on this film for really batting 100 with a lot of the visual gags and expressions. They seriously make for great memes. Another big selling point for this movie was the anime aesthetic that was similar to many Ghibli films in the past. Pixar's last movie, Luca, also had a similar art style as this movie, but Turning Red actually took more liberties with the facial expressions and stylization. This is honestly the funniest Pixar movie I've seen since probably Monsters, Inc. I've heard a lot of people say they've cringed watching certain scenes, and while I'm no stranger to being absolutely miserable watching cringeworthy animated films, there wasn't a single moment in this entire film that I got that feeling. I had a blast the whole way through. I think my favorite character dynamic in this film is May and her mom. They don't start the film by fighting over what they both want from each other, like every other daughter-mother drama out there. The film shows they both have a healthy relationship for the most part at the beginning, until the film finally shows them falling out later on. I also like May's relationship with her dad in this movie. They only have one scene together, but it's honestly pretty touching. And even though this is a film that is mostly getting talked about primarily because of its presentation for the most part, there's also a lot of stuff to appreciate from a character and writing level. For most of her life up until age 13, May always felt like she had to please her mother's wishes and be the goody-goody Girl Scout A+ student that her mom wanted her to be. But after transforming into the giant red panda that she becomes, she finally feels more free and sacrifices her amazing grades and good discipline with what makes her truly happy by spending time with the people that make her feel good about herself, her friends. I do have a few problems with the movie, admittedly. I won't give away anything in terms of the plot because I want this review to be spoiler-free, but I do wish some of the heavy and touching themes I talked about were emphasized just a little bit more. Also, the members of the boy band that May is obsessed with in this movie look like Fortnite characters. But I guess it doesn't really matter since they're probably supposed to look artificial and gross, like the boy band in that one Gravity Falls episode who turned out to be scientific experiments. But the most essential part of this movie is it feels like it came from an artist's true vision instead of some studio hack job. It seems to be that Pixar lets their directors, who are new to making feature films, just do whatever they want for the most part. Not Disney, mind you. And it really shows because this film was obviously inspired by director Domee Shi's childhood experiences. You don't have to be the same age as May or go through any of the same mood swings as her to be able to connect with this movie. Because what makes Pixar so special is they're able to give us impactful and timeless characters that we can always connect with regardless of who they are or where they come from. This isn't the most complex or intricately written film that Pixar has made, but it doesn't need to be. This is genuinely one of the funnest Pixar movies ever made, and that's what makes it so great. I don't want them to be remembered as a studio who just makes emotional tearjerkers and nothing else. Because while there are moments like that in Turning Red that really work, the majority of this movie is just pure, joyful entertainment. While I understand this movie isn't going to win over everyone, I think we should just let Pixar continue to experiment like they are with their movies now. The people who watch their older movies have grown up now, and I think they're starting to realize that, which is why their newer films are heading into a different creative direction, which I love to see. I think it's unfair to say that Pixar has been declining in any way, because with their most recent movies, most of us can agree they've been knocking it out of the park. This is yet another gem in Pixar's growing collection of great movies, and I'm looking forward to whatever they make next. So, I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a score of 8.5 out of 10. Really wish I could have seen this in theaters like I did with the Batman. Oh yeah, while I'm reviewing Turning Red, I think I kind of want to sneak in a mini review of the Batman while I'm at it. It was great. Robert Pattinson's Batsuit was the best one to date. Zoe Kravitz and everyone gave a great performance, and it's by far the most faithful Batman movie ever made. 9 out of 10.